Hey, I'm Kelly. If you love cars as much as I do, you're in the right place. From drifting car days to uncovering the world's most iconic rides. Gear up and subscribe to Drive with Kelly for non-stop car fun. Most people know Jay Leno for his legendary late-night show or his massive car collection. But hidden in his Burbank garage is a secret that might be even more impressive. His motorcycles, from a beat-up Honda he bought for $25 to the most expensive bike ever sold at $15 million, Jay's two-wheeled collection is packed with history, power, and passion. These aren't just bikes. They are war survivors, record breakers, and Hollywood legends. Get ready to explore Jay Leno's 15 most incredible motorcycles, each one with a story as bold as the machine itself. Number 1. 1949 E90 AJS Porcupine. The crown jewel of Leno's collection is the 1949 E90 AJS Porcupine, the most expensive motorcycle ever sold. Only 4 were built, and this is the actual bike that won the 1949 World Championship in the first year of Grand Prix motorcycle racing. The 500cc twin-cylinder engine produces 55 horsepower at 7,600 revolutions per minute, which seems modest until you realize the bike weighs just 285 pounds. It earned its nickname from the distinctive cooling fins that bristle from the cylinder head like porcupine quills. The engineering was so advanced that features like chain-driven double overhead cams didn't become common on production bikes until the 1970s. This bike represents the moment motorcycle racing became a science rather than just a sport. The restoration took 3 years and required creating entirely new manufacturing processes just to reproduce certain parts. Number 2. 1894 Hildebrand and Wolfmüller. The world's first production motorcycle. Only 2,000 were built, and only 4 complete examples survive today. Leno's acquisition reads like a spy thriller. The bike was discovered in a Soviet military museum after the fall of the Berlin Wall, having been confiscated by the Red Army in 1945 and forgotten. The 1,488cc water-cooled twin-cylinder engine uses the rear wheel as its flywheel, with no clutch or transmission. The only way to start it is to run alongside and jump on, with rubber bands serving as return springs for the pistons. The top speed is about 28 miles per hour, assuming you're brave enough to try. The engineering is fascinating and slightly terrifying, representing the very beginning of the entire motorcycle industry. Number 3. 1929 Brough Superior SS 100 Alpine Grand Sports. Known as the Rolls-Royce of motorcycles, each Brough Superior came with a guarantee that it had been tested at 100 miles per hour. This particular SS 100 has an incredible secret that wasn't discovered until 2018. It was custom ordered by Lawrence of Arabia himself, though he never took delivery. Lawrence died before the bike was completed, and it remained in storage for 89 years. When Leno acquired it, his team found Lawrence's original specification sheet tucked in the tool compartment, requesting an extra-large fuel tank for desert crossing, modified gearing for sand riding, and a special compass mount. The bike cost 180 pounds in 1929, more than a house in London at the time. Today, it's valued at over $4 million. Number 4. 1902 Indian Camelback. This might be the most historically significant American motorcycle ever built. The 1902 Indian Camelback is one of the first motorcycles built in America, discovered during the renovation of an old bicycle shop in Massachusetts, hidden inside a wall. The original owner stashed it there during Prohibition to hide his delivery vehicle. What makes this Indian special isn't its 1.75 horsepower single-cylinder engine, but the fact that it's completely original, down to its leather belt drive and bicycle pedals. Leno made the controversial decision to preserve it exactly as found, including its century-old dust, calling it a time capsule rather than just a motorcycle. When Indian historians examined it, they discovered it was built on a Thursday in the 19th of June 02, identified by the assembly workers' initials still visible on the engine case. Number 5. 1949 Vincent Black Lightning. If the Vincent Black Shadow was fast, the Black Lightning was supernatural. Only 33 were ever built, and Leno's is the actual bike that set the American speed record of 150.313 miles per hour at Bonneville in 1949. The 998cc V-twin engine produces 70 horsepower in a bike, weighing just 380 pounds. Everything non-essential was eliminated. The frame is part of the fuel tank, the oil tank is part of the frame, and every nut and bolt was drilled for weight reduction. Modern superbikes still struggle to match their power-to-weight ratio. The restoration story borders on mythology. The bike was found in pieces in an Australian shipping container, and through a series of coincidences, Leno tracked down the original engine being used as a coffee table by a retired racer in New Zealand. Number 6. 1918 Harley Davidson 18J. This military-spec Harley survived World War I and is one of only 86 known to exist. The bike has bullets still embedded in its frame from its service in France. The 989cc flathead twin produces just 15 horsepower, but it represented revolutionary interchangeability. Every part was machined to be compatible with other 18Js, a revolutionary concept in 1918. The olive drab paint contains actual mud from French battlefields, preserved under a clear coat. Leno found it in a Wisconsin barn where it had been stored since 1920, with the original veteran owner leaving instructions that it should only be given to someone who would preserve its history. The restoration used only original 1918 parts, some sourced from archaeological digs at former military bases. Number 7. 1939 Crocker Big Tank. Crocker built only 72 motorcycles before World War II ended his dream, making this one of just 30 surviving examples. Each Crocker was essentially hand-built to order in Los Angeles, with the 1000cc V-twin engine customized to buyer specifications. Some produced over 110 horsepower, absolutely insane for 1939. Crocker was so confident in his bikes that he offered to refund any owner who got beaten by a Harley Davidson. He never had to pay up. Leno's Crocker produces 93 horsepower, more than most cars of the era. The restoration took 7 years and cost over $400,000, as every part had to be hand-fabricated since no spares existed. The gas tank alone required 600 hours to reconstruct using original techniques. Number 8. 1925 BMW R32. BMW's first motorcycle has a wartime secret. During World War II, a Jewish BMW engineer hid this particular bike behind a false wall in Munich. He survived the war and immigrated to America but never returned to claim it. 50 years later, Leno received a mysterious letter from the engineer's grandson. The R32's 486cc boxer twin produces only 8.5 horsepower, but it established BMW's design philosophy still used today: the shaft drive, exposed drive shaft, and horizontally opposed cylinders became BMW trademarks. This version is one of only 390 built, and one of just 12 known to exist with all original parts. The restoration used period-correct materials, including original German leather from a company making motorcycle seats since 1873. Number 9, 1952, Vincent Black Lightning, John Edgar Special. Leno turned down a $27 million offer for this Vincent because it's the actual bike that Rolly Free rode to set the American speed record at Bonneville, wearing nothing but a bathing suit and a smile. The 998cc V-twin was pushed to 70 horsepower when a typical family car made about 100. Everything was magnesium or aluminum, with wheel rims specially made by Rolls-Royce's aircraft division. The result, 150.313 miles per hour in 1948, a record that stood for 20 years. During restoration, they found Free's lucky penny still taped inside the fuel tank, which Leno kept there along with adding his lucky penny beside it. Number 10, 1918 Pope. One of the oldest and most interesting bikes in Leno's collection, this 1918 Pope features wildly different controls from modern bikes. The left pedal does double duty. Halfway down, it disengages the clutch, and fully pressed it activates the brake. The loose rubber grips on the handlebars were designed for comfort on rough, unpaved roads. One of its coolest features is the cable-free twist grip throttle that's fully hidden inside the handlebars. As Leno notes, This was a very expensive and quick motorcycle for its time, featuring front and rear suspension, hand and foot clutches, and a 3-speed transmission. Number 11. 1931 Indian 4. This proves that Henderson wasn't the only American manufacturer of 4-cylinder motorcycles. What makes this bike special is that it was originally owned by Steve McQueen, though he never got to restore it. The 1265cc inline 4 produces 30 horsepower, with the engine essentially being a car engine turned sideways with 4 separate exhaust pipes, creating what Indians called the Symphony of Power. Each cylinder head is interchangeable with a Ford Model A with clever parts bin engineering. Leno bought it at McQueen's estate sale in 1984, finding McQueen's handwritten restoration notes and following them exactly, even tracking down the same type of paint McQueen had ordered but never used. Number 12. 1975 Ducati 750 SS green frame. This is the bike Paul Smart rode to victory at Imola in 1972, changing Ducati's fortunes forever. It's one of only 401 green frame models, with the 748cc L-twin producing 73 horsepower. This particular bike was the development mule for Ducati's first electronic ignition system. Leno found it in pieces in a Los Angeles garage, abandoned after a failed customization attempt in 1978. During restoration, they found test notes from Ducati's engineering department still tucked in the tool roll. Even more amazingly, they tracked down one of the original mechanics who built it, who flew from Bologna to help with the restoration. Number 13. 1927 Henderson Deluxe. This motorcycle helped build Hollywood. Before Jay owned it, this Henderson belonged to a cameraman who filmed some of the first chase scenes in silent movies. The bike's smooth inline 4 engine made it perfect for filming, while other motorcycles shook too much for usable footage. The 1301cc engine produces 28 horsepower, but could cruise at 100 miles per hour using just a quarter throttle. The engine was so smooth that riders could balance a nickel on the cylinder head at idle, a party trick Leno still demonstrates. He found this bike being used as a window display in an antique shop in Burbank, just blocks from NBC studios. Number 14. 1938 Zundap K800. Here's a motorcycle built for Hitler's war machine that ended up saving Jewish lives. This Zundap's horizontally opposed 4-cylinder engine and shaft drive could run on potato alcohol when gasoline wasn't available. The 797cc engine produces 26 horsepower through a 4-speed gearbox. What makes this bike truly special is its wartime history. The previous owner's father, a German resistance member, used this exact motorcycle to smuggle Jewish families across the Swiss border. Leno spent 5 years tracking down the bike after hearing its story from a Holocaust survivor at a car show. When he found it in a Bavarian barn, the bike still contained hidden documents from its resistance days. Number 15. 1969 Honda CB 750 Sandcast. Jay calls this the motorcycle that changed everything. This isn't just any CB 750, it's one of the ultra-rare Sandcast models. The first 7414 CB 750S had engines cast in sand molds because Honda wasn't sure the bike would sell. Talk about $1 billion gamble. Leno's Sandcast has an incredible story. He found it abandoned in a Los Angeles garage, covered in newspapers from 1970. The previous owner had parked it after a minor accident and forgotten about it. It's number 478 off the production line, making it one of the earliest CB 750S in existence. The engine cases have slight imperfections from the sand casting process, something Honda's engineers apologized for when they saw the bike at a show in Japan. From a rare Indian found hidden in a wall to a $15 million AJS Porcupine, Jay Leno's motorcycle collection is more than a lineup of rare bikes. It is a journey through over 120 years of motorcycling history. Each of the 15 bikes tells a unique story. Some come from wartime, some are tied to Hollywood, and others were built for speed. What makes the collection truly special is Leno's dedication to keeping them running and sharing their past. As Jay says, the best bike is the one you are riding. His collection shows these machines are not just for display. They are living history, still riding strong and carrying the spirit of freedom and innovation. Which of these incredible motorcycles amazed you the most? Was it the $15 million AJS Porcupine or the wartime Zundap that saved lives? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let us know what you want to see next. Jay's car collection, Steve McQueen's rides, or the most expensive auction bikes. If you loved these automotive legends, hit that subscribe button and check out our friends at Drive with Kelly for more exclusive celebrity car stories. Until next time, keep the rubber side down. Thanks for watching Drive with Kelly.